Hello and welcome. It is the end of the competitive Excel season, and there's not a lot of cases from this year that I haven't already done, but there are two left. I'm going to do one of them today. I'm going to save another one for another day. But this is the Team Finals Challenge for the Microsoft Excel Collegiate Challenge, which I think is the only one of the MECC finals cases that I did not do a test run of in advance. So I did watch the live stream of this, so I've got some idea of what it's about. It's obviously not quite a live solve, but there's a lot of detail that you miss when you're just watching the stream. So anyway, oh yeah, my video is off today because my nose is running like crazy, so I'm going to spare you watching that. But you can see my little timer here, so I think the normal kind of format for these is they get a little bit of time to read and then try and solve. So I'm going to give myself a couple of minutes to read and then I'll see what I can get done in half an hour. So you're invited to help your university's admissions committee to analyze. Oh, by the way, one of the things that I've observed a lot, but especially looking back at my performance in the Excel World Cup finals, is that I think it might actually be in my interest to slow down and spend more time reading, because sometimes I'm very good at skimming the instructions and getting right on and answering the questions right away. But when it goes wrong, it goes very wrong. So I'm going to read a little more slowly today. All right, so the main problem in the analysis that applicants come from all over the world, you want to compare their grades. They're provided under different systems. Three main systems used. Grade conversion table. Okay, so we got 100 points here, system 1, system 2, system 3. Okay, so an A plus is worth 100 points, a 5 plus is worth 100 points, a 10 is worth 100 points. So it looks like these are all just times 10. And these are all weird, funky, different. Okay. What else we got? For example, an 8, a 4 plus, and a B plus are all essentially the same marks. Yeah, they're equal to 80 points under your university's system. Note that the grading systems on the right might not reflect the actual grading system. That's quite a hedge. Okay, GPA. Calculating students' GPA. GPA stands for grade point average. It's measuring the average of all the grades inside a grade transcript on each of the levels below. Fine. And on levels 1 to 6, but not on level 7, the grades are calibrated in such a way that your answer will always be an integer. Okay, that's a helpful hint. Then we got bonus questions. I'll come to those later. So let's just see. So this is just use grading system 1. This is just use grading system 2. This is just use grading system 3. Okay, might be a fast start. And then it's going to get a little complicated. Let's see. Grading system 1 is used. There's a problem with the data. Sent in a full transcript of all their students' grades. Each transcript contains exactly 5 grades for a total of 20 students. Okay, so we've got 100. Oh, look at that. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 first. 5. Oh, yeah, sorry. So this is like student 3 is these 5 grades and so on up to 20. Okay, got it. Your goal is to convert their grades to the 100-point system and calculate the GPA for each of the students. Okay, but we only give one answer, so what's the answer? What is the GPA of student 10? Okay, that fine, seems easy enough. All right, I'm going to stop reading ahead now because that's not as exciting. So I'm going to hit my timer and let's go. So I'm going to just start by naming. I'm going to call this points BTS. I'm going to call this, oops, I'm going to call this sys1. Whoops, sys1 typo. Ah, no, sys1 is a cell address. Dang. All right, let's call it sys underscore 1. Then we'll call this one sys underscore 2. And we'll call this one sys underscore 3. Okay, so here we want average of XLOOKUP of all this stuff in sys underscore 1 returning from PTS. And, oh yeah, sorry, I'm going to hide that because I do not want it to show me my score as I go, but I am happy to use the hint, and that seems to be working. Okay, so then we come down here, and we just have to switch to system 2. So we'll go to system 2. That all seems to be working fine. And then we come down here, and we just have to switch to system 3. And then that all works fine too. Okay. So level 4, we just have to do this. System 1, and it's just the last 5. So that and that. Okay. So let's go to level 5. What's going on here? The next group of students comes from a country grading system 2. Same problem with the data. Instead of providing, see, this is where I'm inclined to skim. I felt myself being about to just skip down, but like, no, I'm going to read it. Instead of providing you with the individual marks for each of the students, full transcript, yes. This time the students have a different number of grades included in the transcript provided by the schools. Okay, student 1 has only 4 grades, student 2 has as little as 2. Let's convert the fine. Student 1 is an average of 48. Fine. Pardon me. Okay. What is the GPA of the student that has the biggest count of grades in the transcript? Well, so I guess one way to do this would be to first get the biggest count of grades in the transcript. So let's start by doing, oh, well, yeah, it's the same student numbers for each. Okay, so then this is going to be simpler than I thought in that case. So here we just say unique of this by columns, which is just 1 to 20, and then we say countifs. This is this, and then we just want to XLOOKUP 1000, any large number that's going to be bigger than all of them here, return from here, and exact match our next smaller item. So we're looking for 14 every time. So I thought we were going to have to dynamically work that out for each level, but we actually don't. So here, it's going to be mostly the same. Oops, sorry. Here, copy down to here, but now we need to change a couple of things. First, we're going to filter this, where this block is equal to this block, and then we're on system 2. So we'll change this to system 2, and it should work. It seems to be whole numbers at least, so that's good. Okay. Level 6, each of the students below provide you with a full transcript which contains a total of 100 grades. Students come from schools that use different grading systems, sure. The grades are coming all in one cell, sure. Some of the grades under system 1 and 2 are identical, yes. Marks of system 2 have an X added at the end unless they already have a plus or a minus. Okay, so I'm going to have to make a different version of system 2. So I'll just do it manually. Let's not overcomplicate things. Okay, so I'm just going to call this system2x, and I will likewise name it sys_2x. Okay. So where were we? Fine. So 5x represents 500 system 2, 4x, yep, fine. First of all, you need to split the marks, yep. Then you identify which one they belong to, fine. I'm just going to do that with an if error. Convert the marks to the 100-point system. Is greater than that. Calculate the GPA. Okay, fine. So here we're going to say, we're just going to do it, oops, unmerge that. It's going to do system 1, system 2, and system 3. So we're going to equals average of XLOOKUP of text split of this on a semicolon in system 1, returning from points. How many times do I need to close brackets? Count. Okay, so that's an NA, because we're not in system 1, and system 2x. It's also an NA, and system 3 gives me a 51. Okay, cool. So then I just want to say, I'll say to call of this, ignore errors. Oops. And hopefully that will always work. Let's see. Nope, we got some where it does not match. 8, 6, 7, etc. Ah, right. Yeah, these are all blank for the same reason, because here we're getting text numbers, but we need to convert them into numbers. And there we go. Okay, now they're all whole numbers. That's probably working. Okay, so level 7. Oh no, the grades have been messed up inside your database. In each of the questions below, you're getting grades for 3 students, each coming from a different school that all use different grading systems, and their marks are all messed up. Additionally, the marks are all in one cell, so your goal is to split the data before analyzing it. Fine. Each question below contains exactly 100 marks that belong to 3 different students, but the number of marks for each student could be different. Some of the marks under system 1, 2, and 3 are identical. Yes. No. I was about to say, yes, I've read this before. I'm going to finish reading it because that's my resolution. To help you distinguish between the systems, mark system 2 have X added at the end, unless they already be. Yes, fine. Example 7. First of all, you need to split the overall marks into 100 identical marks. You get the sequence. These marks belong to systems respectively. Okay, so I think I'm going to need a slightly different table for this. So let's do sys1. I have room to do this here. Yeah, it's fine. Start up here. So sys1, sys2x, and actually, sorry, let's do. No, let's just do it. Okay. So sys3. Yeah, we've got space. Fine. And then I need equal points, equals points, and equals points. So this is grade system. Sorry, this is grade points and system. So this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so now I've got one combined lookup table. That's GD, PTS. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'll call it big PTS, big points, and big system. Okay. So now, so if I text split this on a semicolon, I get all that. If I XLOOKUP all this in GD, I think I called it, yes, returning from system, big sys, yes. That'll tell me what system each of these is in, but it doesn't because that doesn't match anything. Right, because I need to make the numbers be numbers. So here, sys1 and space, that just converting here by adding a space at the end. I'm converting them from numbers to text numbers, which is good. That's what I want. Then let's see. So we got 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, somewhere over here we should have 3s. Let's see. Nope, there's only 1 and 2 in here. What's going on? How do I know which student is which? Hang on. What? Now we got 4x, we got 3, we got e. Shouldn't one of these be? Ah, sorry, I must have made a copy paste error. Yes, I did. Okay, so I just copied my 2 down here, but it should have been 3. Also, some of these are weighted out, which is very confusing, so I'm just going to undo that. Okay, so now it should work a little better. So we should have all 3 systems in here, do we? Yes, we do. So then, I guess what we want to do is let grades be this, and just pause that for a second, come over here. So let grades be that, systems be this, where this is grades. Points can be the same thing, but now we're looking at grades in GD returning from big points. And then I want to map sequence 3. So for each of 1, 2, and 3, I want to figure out lambda sysnum average of if sys equals sysnum, then points, otherwise blank. And that's it, that's the map. So that should give me 3 GPAs, and it does. round them to the nearest integer. Okay, so we want to take the max of that. Well, let's name our steps. So this is all GPAs. So then, I guess output is going to be round of max of all GPAs to 0. Sorry, max of that to 0 decimal places, and give the output. Okay. I think that's working. Okay, so let's take a look at the bonuses. All right. On level 2, what is the total count of all marks that are 4 minus and better? Okay. Sum minus x lookup. Level 2 is all of this in GD. What did I call it? GD? No, sorry, in sys2. Returning from PTS. And then I want to say minus that is greater than or equal to the points of a 4 minus, which is 65. That gives me 189. Fine, I guess. For all the students that use System 3, one of the letters appears most frequently in the grade transcripts. Okay, I think that these letters only appear for System 3, so I don't need to think about System 3. I can just put everything together, so that's good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let all GDS, all grades, be concat of, so let's see, this System 3 grades, I think it said excluding examples, let's just check that, excluding examples, yes. So put all of those in, this is a System 1 world, so nothing, System 2, nothing. This, we want all of that, and this, we want all of that. And that's it, okay. So then I want len of all grades minus len substitute all grades A, B, C, D, E, F. Any other letters? No, that's as far as it goes. Okay. Substitute that to blank. And that should give me, sorry, let me make these semicolons so that it's vertical rather than horizontal, and then that should give me an array of 7 answers. Doesn't. I'm just missing a closing space. Okay, that gives me an array, and then I just want the max, right? Yes, how many times? What is that? Most frequently, yes, it is max of all that. Okay, if the university sets a 50-point minimum GPA to accept a student to the bachelor program, how many of the 100 students on level 1 to 5 will be accepted? Okay, so I think it's just, we have the GPAs, right? Yes. Okay. So I'll just say let all, do I even need to do that? No, I don't. I can just say sum minus 50 is less than or equal to minimum G, yes, less than or equal to B stack. So level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and level 5. So close the VSAC, close the bracket, close the sum, and I think that's it. Okay. For all the students that use System 1, one of the grades appears most frequently in the grade transcript. How many times? Okay, this one's a little trickier because 0 is contained in 10. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, wait, this doesn't even include the right ones. Okay, well, it's going to be something like this. Let's start with this at least. So first we want all grades, and that is going to be all grades that use System 1, which is the numbers 1. So it's going to be that, and not that, and this. I think I can do it this way. Wait, maybe I can't. You know, I think no, I won't be able to distinguish the ones and the tens. Okay, well, let's, instead of concat, let's text join, and then we can split. So we're going to text join with a semicolon, because that's what's used to join them later. Okay, so then what did I do? I've done that and that. Level 5 is system 2, and then these are everything. So let's take all of these and all of these. Okay. So that's my text join, gives me all grades. Then I guess what I want is text split of that on a semicolon. So that gives me a vector of all the grades, and then I want map sequence 11 starting from 0, so now there's the numbers from 0 to 10, lambda GRD. I've used so many abbreviations for grade already. What's one more? Lambda GRD sum minus minus all grades equals GRD. Ooh, that's not good. What? Oh, sorry, it's still wrapped in a max on the outside, which I may want back in a minute, but let's take that off. All 0. No, that's not good. Ah, right, yeah, because, where are we? I need this to be text. There we go. So now, finally, what's the actual question? Is it which grade occurs? How many times? Okay, so it is, we are back to wrapping in max. Yeah. Okay, 584. And finally, on level 7, what is the total GPA achieved by the 30 students? Round each one before calculating the total. Okay, fine. So, what do I do here? Yeah, okay, so I think I can just output all GPAs if I tweak it slightly to make them. So right now, if I output all GPAs, it'll spill down here, but if I change the sequence to go across, it'll spill across here, and then I do that, but right now they're not rounded, and they should be. So let's do round all GPAs to 0. Copy that down. Good, and then the average of those is 52. I don't know if I round it again or not. Let's see. Oh, sorry, I want the total. Right, fine. So I do not have to round again. Where's it? Here. Okay. Oh, dang, 1575. I think this is out of 2000, so I must have got something wrong. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Got a few things wrong. Let's see. Oh. Huh. Got all of level 4 wrong. Disappointing. All right, so not exactly a stellar performance. Let's see if we can do some quick debugging. All right. The university, oh yeah, well probably this is wrong because level 4 is wrong. So let's go fix level 4 first. What the heck happened here? I guess the first thing is I didn't check against the example, did I? So yeah, I didn't check against the example. That would probably have been smart. Oh, and it wanted student 10, not student 20. Okay, so AZ to BD. All right, there you go. I said I was going to really focus on reading the question carefully, and apparently even when I do that, I cannot read the question carefully. All right, so that fixes that. Does that also fix my bonus? It does. This one's still wrong. Why is that one still wrong? So this worked, but this didn't. Why? That's weird. So let's just do a quick check here. By row of this, comma max. Is that equal to that? Is the max is right every time. And I'm sure the max is in a different place every time. So we got one here, we got one here, we got one here. Yeah, so there are maxes in all 3. So what's going on here? Let's just see. How far off am I? What is it supposed to be? 1548. What? 30 students. Who are graded using System 1. Oy, again, with the not reading the question. Thought it was across all the students. But it did say 30 students, and there are 90 here, so okay, fine. So 1548, yep, okay. Well, that is both a slap on the wrist for my attempt to read the question and a reminder of why it's a good idea to read the question. So there you go. Got there in the end, but with extensive help on knowing there was something wrong. Yes, that's why I am not winning. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.